ISO up the middle for Washington. You're going to have the double teams to the defensive tackle, and then they're going to move up for the linebackers. Alex will be responsible for the C gap right here. He's going to make contact with the tackle as he's coming up here. Uh, really solid contact. Shut the block and make a really good tackle afterwards. Short yardage situation here for Washington, or they're going to run a zone to the left side. Alex is lined up right here. He will be responsible for the C gap. And as it is short yardage, you want to shoot your gap as he does right here. Then plant your shoulder on the tight end right here. Then keep driving with the line so you eventually will meet the running back with the line of scrimmage. Really good job, good tackle. Third down, Washington will come out here motioning to an empty formation. Alex will be the guy in man coverage here for the Eagles. Cover one man, so he'll be in man coverage against Antonio Gibson here to the outside. Gibson will be running a 9 route, and he does a good job here of not breaking with the route here before he actually sees him commit outside. And then he's going to turn and run and stay with him. Zone left for Washington, and we have a weak stunt here for the defensive tackle, so Alex will be responsible for the B gap right here. Does a really good job of shooting up here. And as he's coming in, making himself skinny, dipping under the block, make a good tackle for no gain. Zone left right here for Washington, and Singleton light up right here. He'll be responsible for the C gap to the backside, and he's going to flow really well with this. Come up here, initiate contact with the tight end. Once again, initiate contact with power, and then drive with the zone, like drive with the line, because you have your gap. Your guy is your gap, and you just keep driving with that guy. Come in there, make a tackle for no gain. It's a beautiful rep. Outside zone for Washington, and initially Alex gap will be the A gap right here, but as everything is zoning to the outside, you want a linebacker to keep depth and then read what the line is doing and where the hole is going to open up at this point. So he does a good job here of staying in depth so he doesn't get caught by the offensive line, and as the running back is cutting this one back, he will be able to get in there and make the tackle for a limited gain. Washington running a power to the right side here. Alex once again does a good job of staying at depth before your gap actually opens up and you can commit to that. So you got the polo coming over here, so he wants to relate to that and shoot the outside of it. Does a really good job of that. Ducks under the outside shoulder, comes in there, assist on the tackle. Cover 3, got Alex here going hook to curl. He'll be covering Logan as he's going on the seam right here. Needs to stay underneath the seam so he doesn't just gun it in there in between him and the safety. Does a really good job here. Turns relevantly as he's coming up here and stays underneath of that all the way through. So here we have the blitz from Alex Singleton giving him the sack. He's going to blitz up here in the B gap. And I think he's a little bit caught by surprise that McKissick is going low on him, because usually what Alex been doing this season when he's blitzing, he's just going to go head on against the running backs and then just bull rush them. Got this the other sack of his season that way. But here, like McKissick is late getting down there, so he's just going to run him over. And eventually get the sack. So he's not really in full control, but he gets the job done. He gets the sack, so you can't really be mad about it. Fine blitz off the edge. Lined up right here. He's going to blitz off the C gap right here. Bends well underneath the right tackle to come in there and force the QB hurry. Zone left for Washington. Alex lined up here at the line. Really simple responsibility. You're lined up right in your gap. He's in the C gap. You just shoot it with power, and you get in there and you fit the run. He does that. Does get out of balance a little bit here, but he's a baller. His effort is outstanding. Gets back up, makes the tackle. Gotta love his effort, man. Tough situation for the Eagles defense right here. Washington coming out running a screen against cover 2, so nobody real responsible for the running back, which gives him a free release right here. And you have Alex Singleton lined up right here. He's going to drop into his hook to curl zone initially. Really good, relates well to the tight end who's coming across the middle, and then realizes, oh shit, it's a screen. So to limit this play, he's going to go up against the blocker right here. Open field block, and he displays a really good cut block on this, or defeating the cut block right here. You put both of your hands on the shoulder or the head of the guy who's launching ahead of you, and you take a step back, so he never comes in contact with your knees, and hence you have better balance to actually come in there and make the tackle, as Alex will do right here. Cover 3 for the Eagles here, and Alex will be a flat defender to the top of our screen. He does a really good job of triggering to the running back who's going to release out here. See, initially he's going to stay right here because there's no one coming out there. As soon as he sees the running back float to that side, he's going to stay at depth, which is going to force, or not force, but bait the quarterback into thinking that is an option. So as he's coming out here, he is in good position to make the tackle had he made the catch. This is a bad rep. It's zone right. Through and through. There's a misdirection, of course, but if you look at the offensive line, low hats all the way. They're going to come forward here, and Alex is dropping into coverage. TJ as well. Like both of these guys are just standing and sleeping, and that creates a lane for Antonio Gibson as the gaps are not being filled. cover one man for the Eagles, and Singleton will be covering Logan Thomas coming on an out route. Does a real good job of breaking on it as soon as he sees that he is coming on the out. See right there, so and he's looking back for the ball. So had it been thrown to him and gunned in there, maybe come in there and break on the ball. So once again here, motioning out to empty formation, but this time we're playing cover two. So Alex Singleton will be in the hook to curl zone right here. And he'll be dropping relevantly to number two receiver who's coming out here. And as he'll be going immediately out, he triggers on the throw, makes the tackle for a limited gain. 3rd and 7, playing cover two here. So Alex will be playing three-hole defender. That means he will be relating a little bit more inside than he and deeper than he has been doing in cover three. So when he's pulling the trigger here, he reads that he's going to the slant immediately, comes in there, makes a tackle. So it's 4th down. Cover three for the Eagles, you have Terry McLaurin, who's going to cross over right here. Two hook to curl defenders, and Alex and TJ. So what you like is the backside linebacker and hook to curl to pick up the drag as he's coming along here. But Terry does a good job here of sitting in between the zones a little bit there. So Alex won't be able to just come shooting up to him immediately. It does come up here when Alex pulls the trigger and limits it for a short gain. So this is a really tough combination to play in against cover two when you're the linebacker and hook to curl as Alex Singleton is right here. We're going to have the flat defender. Hook to curl defender is Alex Singleton, and the deep guy. So they're going to run a switch right here. This outside wide receiver is just going to go straight upfield. He has to respect that. He has to lie underneath of that, so he can't just gun it in there before the safety can get to him. But he also has to respect this guy who's coming out because the flat defender needs to travel with the guy going deep right here. And Alex does, he does a fine job of breaking as soon as he throws it, but that's just a really tough situation to be in.